Hi guys, welcome to the Roshan Bros podcast. Today we're going to be talking about team-ups and ensemble casts in media. I am Kian.
Hi, I'm Max.
I'm Mila.
And we're just going in random order?
Yeah.
I'm Rye Guy.
Zach.
It's me,
Mario.
That's douchebag Gil.
Hey Gil,
Good
what's up?
impression, actually.
Yeah, I like it, Gil. You're really good at this. Please talk more about how you're Mario.
No.
Okay, good.
It's like a
So,
Speaking of team-ups, Mario and Luigi.
yeah, best duo ever.
Mario and Wario.
Mario
what are you
and
talking
Wario.
about?
Wario's the best video game anti-hero, guys. Remember on that list? So, with that in mind, like, what are, like, good ensemble casts to you guys? Like, whether it be video games, movies, television, whatever it is. What is, like, who has got, like, some good bromances and things like that?
Peter Griffin and his stupid friends.
Right. No, I will give the ensemble cast Family vibe being very, very funny because they each have their, like...
They're each their own personality.
Right, and like when their stories combine, like I love the episodes where it's just Peter, Joe, Quagmire, and Cleveland. Like
What's that guy's name?
the black one.
He's black.
He's black. He had his own show that got canceled. and I think it's 'cause he was black. Like my favorite episode is where they go to Niagara Falls because Joe just got done separating with Bonnie and he's trying to kill himself and no one notices it.
Oh, hey guys, what are you doing, Joe? Just hanging off the edge.
Where he's like, I'm hanging out with these kids named Darkness, Crystal Light, and something else. They're like, you need to go talk to your parents right now. That's the thing. Like, I think ensemble casts really work out well for TV shows. Like, I like That 70s Show a lot because of their ensemble cast.
Yeah, their ensemble cast is pretty good. If they didn't have Fez, I'd be disappointed in the show.
I think
Fez
Fez
is the humor slash bitch kid that, like, ties it all together.
So Fez is Jay?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, kind of, but
I'm not
Well,
saying
I think
it,
the show would
Jake
still
can never
function
get a
without
girl
him.
either, so yeah.
Okay, Fez is Jay. No, I don't like Fez as much. I think the person that I think works great with the ensemble is I think Jackie.
Yeah.
Mila Kunis' character.
Oh.
She's just such a super bitch to everybody.
I was more thinking along the lines of Jackie!
We'll get to that later. But no, like, I think she makes a really, like, I don't know.
She's
why.
an interesting
She's an interesting
dynamic
kid because,
to it.
like, she's always around and no one wants her around. Not even her
for like
boyfriends.
the first 3 seasons.
Yeah, not even her boyfriends want her around. Like, I think my favorite one is like, yeah, when I was dating Jackie, all she did was complain, Michael, I'm tired. Michael, stop doing that. Michael, stop shooting my grandma with a water gun.
That's probably one of the best lines from Kelso in the entire TV show.
And then you get into, like, I think the reason why the later episodes of The Simpsons don't work is because they don't capture that, like, camaraderie anymore.
Yeah, they don't. They focus way too heavily on one character, and they lost their ensemble cast.
I think it's
Right.
because they made Homer too stupid.
Right, they made
Like,
Homer...
back in the day, Homer was slightly competent.
Well,
Yeah, like he can understand some
The
shit.
Simpsons was smart dumb back in the day, though.
Yeah.
Because, like, there's this thing where, like, they broke down, like, an older Simpsons episode to a newer Simpsons episode, and they do this thing about the airline. And the airline lady says, everyone who is over the weight of 260 pounds, please go in. And the older Simpsons episode, Homer's standing there for 3 seconds, and a flight attendant walks up and goes, sir. And he goes, don't! And he looks around. And then the newer ones, when they say that line again, he just stands up and goes, woohoo! And walks off. I'm like, see, that's the thing that gets me. Like, the ensemble cast that The Simpsons had back in the day is that it wasn't all them being dumb. It was their family. It was them doing grounded family stuff. It was about the family.
Was that airline episode the same one where they discover that Japanese anime that gives seizures?
Yeah.
That was amazing.
I love that ending. You broke a dragon's heart, and now you sleep for 1,000 years.
God, that TV show.
That TV show
weird
is
as
weird.
shit.
But, like, I think going with adult cartoon animated ensemble cast, I think my favorite adult cartoon animated ensemble cast is American Dads. I love American
Yeah.
Dad more than I like Family Guy, more than I like The Simpsons.
Well, I was gonna bring up South Park.
Right. Oh, see, and that's another one. Their ensemble cast really gets me because it's kind of just like how I think my friends and I would talk to each other when we were kids. Like, just finding out the word fuck. Like, that was the way we would have to, like, we built a clubhouse and the only way to get in was to say one swear word.
Definitely not how I talked to my friends when I was younger. My parents put the fear of God into me, and I was scared to swear. I was one of those kids that when I would swear, I'd just be like, God, damn it. And it always sounded really awkward when I swore.
And now you're
Look
just
at
like,
him
fuck.
now.
Now I'm just like, fuck.
Well, and then we go into the video games. Like, I don't know. I like the team up between. Dallas brought this up. Master Chief and that what
Cortana?
Cortana.
Cortana.
No, that team up too. But
Kitty Lady?
Orbiter?
Arbiter?
yeah,
One.
The-
What do you need?
the fucking elite that he teams up
Arbiter.
with. Arbiter. Right. And but like yeah, that was a good. I think that was a good team up for me for a cast where it was kind of like that.
For video games, I know I talk about this game like every time we do the podcast, but Enslaved, the dynamic between those two main characters was really good.
Right.
How at first she like pretty much just makes him her bitch and is using him to get back home, and eventually develops like a fondness for him
Like a
And wants
fondness.
and wants to get they I could totally see them banging. It kind of went that way near the end of the game, but eventually wanting to get like that mind control thing off of his head so he could just be himself after that. So.
Right. So with like, and we brought this up in the sports anime. What makes a good sports anime? And for me, and I'm not bringing up Yuri on Ice.
That's where I thought it was going.
No, God no.
Because that borderline homoeroticism
It really brings out friendships.
Alright, Ryan, you can't diss it any more than we can.
But I was gonna say Yu Hakusho has my favorite ensemble
Okay.
anime cast because like I love all the characters that are on Team Yusuke. Like Kuwabara is my boy. He's like my favorite character, and their dynamic with one another is at first they're very antagonistic with each other, but then they learn to like work together to like stop shit.
But
So
they're still
you're
dicks to
saying-
each other.
They're still dicks to each
So
other.
you're saying they're a better pair than Goku and Vegeta?
Yes, I do.
Alright,
I do.
Confirmed.
I
Ian hates Dragon Ball.
Yes, I hate Dragon Ball so much.
Batman and the Joker. They need each other.
They need each other.
They do need each other.
They do.
They'd be lost
They'd
without
be
each
boring
other.
without each other.
That's why they can't kill each other. They
Yeah,
just fuck
'cause
with each other.
They're kind of just like that's why Batman should have said that to Jason Todd. He's like, listen, I can't kill this dude. This dude is basically like my boyfriend, so I can't really murder him.
We got a weird fuckboy relationship
Joker.
going on.
I'm his bitch.
Joker, baby. I know I say some things that are pretty hurtful, but at the end of the day, I love you.
No. You can't win me back like that.
Shut the fuck up, Jared Leto.
That is basically the Lego Batman movie, by the way.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that.
That was the thing. Like, as bad as the Lego Batman movie was, I did like the relationship between the Joker and Batman. You liked the Lego Batman movie,
I
didn't you?
really
did,
loved
but
it. I enjoyed it for what it was. Not,
has some
not the
okay
positives.
It has okay moments, but then that brings up like with movies, it's hard to get that camaraderie with a lot of the times. But I think the one movie that I think we can all agree on
The
is
Matrix.
I will fucking kill you.
I thought you were gonna go with The
I
Princess
will
Bride.
tickle you and pin you to the ground, Ryan.
Ryan is just kind of like Ryan likes the Matrix too much, and that's a shitty ensemble cast because they're so.
It's a great
weird.
ensemble cast. I
A
don't care what
League
you
of
say.
Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Right there.
I will cut you again.
High five, Gil. Best movie ever.
What was it?
The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Oh.
Fuck that movie.
It's a good movie.
No.
It's a crap movie, but it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Give me shit about the Matrix and you like the League of Extraordinary
I like the
Gentlemen.
Matrix too, but you like cum your pants every time we begin to talk about it.
It's amazing.
It's not.
It is.
It's a bad movie.
It's a really good movie.
Are we
Every time
talking
he
about
jumps
the
his head
entire
back, every time
trilogy
he
or
talks
just the
about
first
it.
one?
The first one's really good. The rest of the trilogy is like, the second one's okay. The third one's a pile of poo-poo.
The third one I just want to kick out.
The final
Yeah.
fight scene in the third one's pretty fun.
Well, yeah.
Well, I don't like wire fu. I forgot to bring that up. You know, you're like, it has kung fu. It's like, it's wire fu though. I don't like that shit. I find that to be boring.
It's kung fu.
No, it's not. It's wire fu.
It's like Dragon Ball in real life. How do you not like that Agent Smith Neo showdown?
Because that's a fucking Chinese cartoon that isn't real. So I can
It
like
could be.
release my suspension of disbelief. But
Ultimate
It is
Matrix.
made in a computer program, so.
All right,
They're-
you got me
they're the
there.
same.
Yeah, you got me there. But then like the
They're the
movie,
same show.
the movie I was going to talk about that has that good like where you really connect with all the characters as their camaraderie is Logan. I think Logan has a really good camaraderie story that goes with it.
True to that.
With like Caliban's relationship with Logan and Professor X.
Maybe not Caliban, because he's not really flushed out all that much.
Yeah,
No.
in the movie, he's not fleshed out.
But no, but like
But
for what you
Professor
ha-
X
yeah.
And Logan.
and what the fuck's her name? God damn it, I'm drawing a blank.
Laura.
Laura. Yeah, their dynamic's really good.
Right, and Logan, like when Logan is just with Laura, it's so
Right in the
good.
feels.
Right, until the
It's an
very
awkward
end.
dynamic, and then they bring it together in the end when he's dying.
Yeah, and they decide to put the fucking cross into an
Don't
X.
talk about when he dies. I get sad every time.
Make him cry. Make him a little bitch.
That scene hits me right in the feels every
How
time.
does it make you feel that the way he died is by killing himself?
Beats the shit out of the mirror.
And she had to watch the entire thing.
It's very artsy and symbolic, and I like it.
You fucking pretentious douche.
Logan probably makes me cum my pants more than the Matrix does.
That's disappointing.
I know, you've talked like when we first watched it, you were like, I saw this movie 7 times.
I love Logan. I think I saw that movie in the theater more times than any movie I've ever watched. I literally by the time Logan was out of theaters for the huge stint that I was in there, I think I saw it a total of 20 times when it was still in the theaters.
Holy
I went
shit.
to it a
What
lot.
the fuck is your problem,
I
dude?
like that
Did
movie
you
a
go
lot.
every night?
Pretty much. I might as well have. I
Ray
know.
just leaves work, walks right to the fucking register, and they're like, one for Logan? Yup.
Opening weekend, I saw it 5 times.
Oh my god.
He left the first time, came back
Your
again.
brain walked out, looked at the ticket counter, and went, I can watch it again.
I saw it opening
I
night.
can.
I saw it
Just
opening
opening
day
night with us.
with you guys. Then I went to Sioux Falls the next day. Saw it with Josh. Came back. Saw it with my mom. Then I went by myself again. Then I went with Jay. And then I went by myself again.
In a span of 3 days.
I think you have a problem.
Yeah, he does.
Love that movie.
Like, I don't like it to the point where I see it 7 times, but I know you don't like the first Avengers movie,
No.
and I can understand it, but I think they got the team dynamic right at the very end.
By the end of it.
Yeah, the lead
Yeah.
up, but it was good to have that lead up. But one of my favorite dynamics were one of my favorite ones is the opposite of Gil's liking of the Lego Batman movie, is the Lego movie itself. Like, I think that has a really good team. What are you hitting your head for? Do you not like the Lego movie?
The team dynamic of it is kind of bullshit. There's one hero and one blind ass crazy motherfucker sage dude who can kind of build
And
shit.
Spaceship Guy?
Who gives a shit about Spaceship
I
Guy?
gave a shit about
Everybody.
Spaceship Guy. Yeah, I gave a shit about Spaceship Guy. He was fucking awesome.
tweaking
I
out
can build
over
a spaceship.
spaceships
Dude,
the
it was
entire
Charlie.
time.
It was Charlie Day.
I don't care.
You guys are gonna let me build this spaceship?
Yeah.
Go for it. Spaceship!
But if we're going back to TV show dynamics, like, I think the League has one of my favorite dynamics of an ensemble cast. I think they.
That's a really good one.
It
Yeah,
works.
it does.
The thing about the League is it works really well. Maybe it's because it's our life.
Parks and Recreation.
Parks. Oh God, you're right. Parks
Yeah.
and Rec does have a good one.
The Office.
The Office.
The Office.
Yeah.
Who's your
Yeah.
favorite Parks and Rec character?
can't remember his name. Ron
Ron
Swanson.
Swanson.
Ron
Yeah.
Swanson, everybody's favorite
Everybody's.
character.
I like Chris Pratt's character a lot more.
You're dumb.
I like
You
Ron
fell in a
Swanson.
hole and broke both his legs in the first episode.
I like Ron Swanson a lot,
I'd
but
say April is probably my favorite character.
yeah. I like Chris Pratt's because he had the most like fucking lines that were improvised. He's like, Leslie, I'm looking at your symptoms and it says internet not connected.
It says you may be experiencing network connectivity issues. What is that?
Archer's pretty good.
Archer's
Archer,
Ensemble
yeah.
Cast is really good. Like I really,
Bob Burgers.
yeah, Bob's
Yeah.
Burgers.
Bob's Burgers.
Luis is the best anti-hero ever.
Anti-hero / villain / hero.
Scooby Doo, the original.
Eh,
OG Scooby Doo.
I don't think
Yeah.
they're so generic though for me. You know
I
what
don't
I
give
mean?
a shit. There's a talking dog and a stoner dude that eats all the food.
That show was the shit back in the day.
Show's okay.
Looney Tunes.
Looney
Oh
Tunes.
my god.
Space Jam.
Space
Jam.
Y'all motherfuckers in
Bring it
Space
up.
Jam.
He's never seen it.
You what?
I'm sorry, I've never seen
How
Space
have you
I
Jam.
been-
disown you.
It's
I
your
don't even
chance
know
to
you.
dance at the Space Jam.
Jam.
Alright.
Yeah, how have you never seen Space Jam?
Yeah, how are you alive?
Yeah.
What big ass rock have
I
you been
just-
living under?
I just never wanted to watch it.
This is the
as a
only
kid.
one that didn't get confused as a child by Lola Bunny and how over-sexualized she was.
That was
Dog.
confusing for you? I knew what I wanted.
I want some of that fluffy tail.
No, like, wow, you've never seen Space Jam? Wow.
Next thing he's gonna say he hasn't seen Star Wars.
No, I fucking love Star Wars.
He hasn't seen the Harry Potter series.
That's fine. I'm
Neither
okay
have
with
I.
that.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
Harry Potter.
That's fine.
I mean-
do you like the prequels more than you like the original?
No, not really.
Okay, good.
We have another.
I mean, I
person
do
among us.
like
Yeah,
the
Eli.
prequels, but I don't like them more than the original.
I only
like
like
the
Revenge of
prequels?
the Sith.
Yeah, kind of. Like,
Revenge of the Sith is on par with the rest of
Revenge of the Sith is like the
movies
one
for
I
me.
like the most.
Don't let John hear you, because he will fucking berate you.
I've already told him this.
Oh god.
Because he sat Eli down and gave him the dad
Yeah.
talk
I
about
don't
Star
care
Wars.
what John says. Revenge of the Sith is a good movie.
Fuck John.
Fuck you, John!
Besides Flippy Yoda at the
I
end.
can't really.
I like Flip.
I can't really stand episode 2 though until all
Till
the
the end of
Jedi
it,
get together.
yeah.
Yeah.
That is the only good part of
Until what's her face gets half of her shirt ripped off for no reason.
Padme Amidala.
Yeah.
No reason.
Right.
Remember when I was a kid and I was like, damn,
That was
I love
delicious.
movies.
It was in her contract.
That's what really sold those movies.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's what sold those movies at all. George Lucas, the thing about Star Wars for me, and I think that's my problem with The Force Awakens, is that their ensemble cast was total shit, and I rooted for none of the characters.
Ray was too much of a Mary Sue.
Yeah.
She was too
Right.
good at everything.
She was too good at
Not
everything.
like
Really
Finn
annoying.
and Poe. They were more realistic.
They should have fucked.
I think they're going to fuck.
Best bromance this side of the galaxy.
Romance. It's not bromance, Gil. It's romance. They love each
I
other.
would actually be totally okay with Finn and Poe having a romance.
Right.
It makes sense.
Max is looking and he's like, can I look at this slash fiction later tonight and not feel weird?
I'd be more okay with it than if Finn suddenly decided that he was going to be with Ray.
Ray
She was having none of that.
Dude, she was swifting him left and right. She was curving that dude left and right, man. Like Finn was like, "Hey Ray," she's like, "Oh, so what Han Solo? Do you need me to help? Wait, where are we going?"
Another
Goodbye.
one of the reasons I fucking hated that movie, the awkward flirting in it.
From Finn, yeah, 'cause-
Really unnatural.
right. Because I you know,
I don't think I've ever seen anybody try to flirt like that, ever.
Have you watched Jay try and flirt?
It's not that bad.
It's pretty unnatural, though.
It's pretty bad, but it's not that bad.
How much does a polar bear weigh?
Enough to break the ice.
Aw, damn it.
It's
You really use
retorted-
that?
Gets retorted with the exact weight of a polar bear and then gets ghosted.
Jay should just use Bumble.
No,
That'll
he
be-
tried that. Remember?
Yeah.
When we first downloaded Bumble, he sat there and was like looking sadly because no one was bumping him. And then you and I were like, "Did you get a bump?" Yeah.
Speaking of Bumble, I had somebody messaged me the other night on that, and they were just like, "Why haven't you messaged me yet?" And I was just like, it's Bumble. You messaged me first. That's how this thing works. And she was like, oh, really? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, that's why none of them have been messaging me. And I was like, yeah.
There you go.
Now you got it. Put that
Like, my
helmet
thing
back
about
on.
dating apps like that is that, like, the only reason I get swiped right is because I'm brown and it'll get their dad mad. So, like, girls.
Going off on this tangent, huh?
Yeah, that's what this is gonna be. It's no longer team ups. We're just gonna
it's
bullshit
going back
tangents.
to
Go to
Yeah.
tangent.
We're just gonna be a special tangent episode where we just bullshit for a
Hidden
couple
tangent
hidden
episode.
tangent episode that was supposed to be team ups. But we'll bring a little team ups here and there.
Pay $5 to hear the rest of the team ups conversation.
Yeah, down
I
in the link below.
I like Bumble more than Tinder though, just because I like to feel special every now and then.
Right,
Like,
it kind of like it kind of brings you up when a girl messages you and she's like, "Hey, how's it going?" I'm like, "Oh, you noticed me."
Wait, what? This works? Oh god.
What? No,
for
like
Tinder, you have to like
Not for
work
you.
for it. And you're just like,
yeah.
please reply back.
Still with the marriage jokes, huh, Gil?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you
Gil
do
can't ever let
that?
it go.
Yeah, because our Yancey just got married and he's like, I'll never find love.
I'll find it if I look for it, but I'm okay where I'm at right now.
Are you
If my
Gil?
brother can
Sullen
find
and
love
lonely,
anywhere,
yeah.
Sounds okay.
Which
to me.
one?
Exactly.
Jacob.
Yeah.
Tyler has a wonderful personality. Tyler is the most attractive out of the three of us, and he's also the nicest out of the three of us.
I
So
agree
Justine
on both
got the
parts.
best deal.
I agree on both
I
parts.
do agree on both parts. From what I saw him in passing once, and I'm like, you know what? He is much nicer than both of them. Fuck you, other guys.
Jake is like slightly nicer than I am. I'm just a prick.
Yeah, you're
I
kind
think Jay's niceness is
Jake.
It's faked. I don't think it's all that natural all the time. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, maybe.
No, and I totally understand that, but like my thing about like anything that we talked about, it was just kind of like in high school I faked nice a lot, and then I went to college and I'm like, I don't have to say excuse me, I can just say fuck off on a bus. Perfect.
I've never faked nice in my life.
Lies.
Ever.
Lies. I've known you for too long, Ryan. These are lies.
Who did I fake nice to?
Everybody. All through high school, you fake nice people.
Yeah, so I could start shit.
No,
I
see?
would get everybody trusting me and get all the dirt, and then I would just spread it around.
If
And
that's
for some
how
reason,
Max
it never
got
got back
married.
to me.
No, I got married because Ryan's a dick.
They would always
Fucking
blame.
floated
They would
everybody.
always blame our friend Josh on all the shit starting. When really it was me, like messaging people and just being like, "Hey, I think you should just know, like so and so was saying this about you. I'm just being a friend and letting you know." Then I message the other person and I'd just be like, "Just so you know, these guys were like saying this about you. I'm just being a pal." And then I was just like, "I'm just gonna watch everything implode from here."
Ryan's a dick. Max, Ryan was a dick in high school.
I don't know. I never had this problem. We just went on a bunch of dates.
Yeah.
Ryan left me alone.
I never tried to start anything with Max. I don't know. I didn't have a problem
Back
with
in
it.
high school when Max...
Jay, Max, and Josh were the only ones that got excluded from this.
Boy, has that changed.
Yeah.
Back in high school though, when Max had long hair, I thought he would like fucking cut me. So
Long hair.
I said nothing to Max.
Yeah,
like,
you did not say a word to
Like-
me for the first 3 years we knew
knew
each other.
But the 3 years we knew each other before everything was retconned because we used to talk and hang out when we were
Okay,
kids. Like,
yeah.
But when we were in high school, like I was like, dude, this kid looks like he's gonna fucking murder me. I'm telling you, he's just not gonna talk to him. And then when I started living with Jay and Eli's just coming around and Eli just always looked like he hated life and I'm just like,
Eli does hate
I
life.
have resting bitch face. It's a serious concern.
It's a medical
Just
condition.
is Paula concerned by this sometimes?
Probably not. I don't know.
No.
She doesn't
Probably
have
not.
it. She's a pretty social individual.
She's a
I get it
super-
from her mom. Like my grandma was a bus driver, and if you look in the school pictures, like me and her actually just have like the same like resting bitch face.
The
when we
thug
get-
life look like.
Like it both just look like we're getting a mugshot
A
taken.
mean
It's-
mugging grandma.
She was a bus driver, and I like gotta give props to any bus drivers because kids are little fucking dickholes.
I'm not giving props to any of the family that bus drove for
She was a badass before she was bus driver.
What you do?
badass bus driver.
She drove truck. She's really into AC/DC and motorcycles. That's my grandma.
Wow.
Like when people talk as their grandma is like a frail woman, they gotta do stuff for. I'm like, that's not my grandma. My grandma would kick my ass.
Dude, my grandma's a fucking hippie, so it's just
She is.
It's extremely like my Asian
Buddhist grandma though.
Right, yeah. That's the thing. Like I'm Asian, but my Asian side is super Catholic.
You're lucky. My grandma told me I was going to hell because I stretched my ears.
What?
Yeah. She was super religious.
Was that like a thing? Like
That hole lets the devil come in.
That's a real yo. That was a real thing.
Yeah, first it started with my tattoo. She fucking hated that I got a tattoo, and then I got my ears like stretched all the way out to where they kind of are now. And she was like, "Boy, you're heading to the wrong place." And I was like, "What do you mean, Grandma?" And she was like, "I don't think I'm gonna see you in the next life." And I was like, "That's kind of fucked up to say, Grandma."
Well, fuck you too, Grandma. I guess. No, my grandma. Look, Max met my grandma. She's just so chill about everything.
Buddhist grandma.
Like she's like, I don't talk about politics because I know my heart won't take it. So I just meditate every day and just think of the nice things. I'm like, Grandma, you gotta tell me where you get your weed. It's not it's so chill.
She didn't say it, but she implied it that she might have some somewhere.
Pretty positive. Like my mom gave her shit one day. She's like, I just love having my tea in the morning. My mom's like, your tea in the morning.
Yep.
Is that what that's called nowadays? She's like, yeah, it's a nice herbal blend. She's like, Wendy, you're not making this any better for yourself. You know this, right? Like,
I got it from the garden.
yeah, no, like, and then I love my other grandma, but she can't speak a lick of English, and when she does, it sounds like garbly-good. She literally sounds like Scooby-Doo. With the rolling R's and everything. I'm sorry, like
Robro, Rian.
Yeah, like straight up, like I'm Asian, so I can say this shit, and I'm like legit Asian, and not this rescue dog Asian I'm near right now.
You come from islands.
Rescue dog Asian.
I've never
Do you
heard
think-
someone call anyone
Like, Zach, do you think?
I've never heard that phrase before.
Zach, do you think like when your parents were adopting you, they saw a Sarah McLachlan ad, but instead of dogs, it was like Korean children that were starving, and they're like,
I'm pretty sure there was like a fucking list or something. I don't know. It was just a part of the list.
I feel
See
like
them
that.
going in with like a dartboard, just shucking a dart, being like, "Yep, that's the one I'm getting."
Yeah, just go into that foster home. Let's see here. Close my eyes.
Ow! I'll take that one.
I really
Alright.
think that's how Georgina and Joe got Jeremy. They were just like looking, and they're like, he looks. They're like going to the adoption agency. Do you have any that are on discount?
We got this problem child. Well, take him.
He's in a room all by himself.
I'm pretty sure Jeremy was in a room all
All
by
by
himself.
himself. Right, it's just like.
I had a really fucked up conversation with my friends one time when we were all just sitting around drinking. And for some reason, the conversation topic came up of what if homeless people were treated like stray animals?
No.
Oh god.
Fuck that.
Like, what if they were stray animals in this world?
They are stray animals that I don't want to
No,
touch. 'cause
like
they
they're
have
literally
mange.
like running around naked, and it's things like, don't leave the milk out, you'll just attract more of them. Like, it's like a
Like
deer.
eviction notice
Set-
to take away your
it's like
Set out
clothes.
dinner leftovers outside for him. Here you go.
We're talking about, like, if it's like a deer or something, like this homeless person, like, you just casually talk about it, like, she's going to work this morning and ran over a homeless person. Damn stupid things. Always freeze up in the headlights and can't fucking move.
Someone shimmy up a tree so fast he was like a fucking squirrel.
Jonas, did you see that? Did you see that homeless person? Oh man, it's one of the mangy ones. He's just black, dude. Leave him alone.
He's got the rabies. Don't let him touch you. You'll get mange.
If Old Yeller was filmed with homeless people instead of dogs.
Well, I was gonna say that kind of gets messed up.
I'll put
'cause,
him
like,
down, he's mine.
I grew up on a farm, so you shoot a lot of animals. So
I can vouch for that.
that gets fucked
Eli,
up.
what's the record for the longest a chicken ran around without a head?
I don't know. You'd have to talk to my grandma about that. She kills all the chickens.
Well, if you're comparing them to all animals, I remember my grandpa would sit outside with a BB gun and shoot the squirrels that tried to eat out of the bird feeder.
That was just a fun game.
Yeah, that just seems entertaining.
Did he make squirrel jerky?
No, he didn't.
No, he's not. You aren't that, like, your family wasn't that backwater.
My grandparents were practically vegan. They would only eat stuff that they grew out of their garden.
No, they're those kind of people.
They had a huge ass garden.
Like, bigger than my apartment, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, way bigger.
Did they sell their own things then?
No, they just grew it for
they
themselves.
just grew them themselves.
Yeah.
Did they get their seeds from just farmers or?
I have no idea.
You have
I
no
never
idea?
asked.
Plucked him out of the sky.
That's my one thing about my aunt who owns a ranch now, and like she's like, yeah, we eat like chickens organically and things like that. I'm like, you are just a pretentious little douche, aren't you?
They also had a wooded area behind their gardens that creeped the fuck out of me. Because that was when I was only like 3 or 4 years old, and we watched Ernest Scared Stupid like all the time. And I was convinced that fucking trolls lived in the
Dude,
forest
Ernest
back
Scared
there.
Stupid
And I
was
like,
my
no.
shit though.
I loved that movie.
Yeah, that
but it
movie
freaked me
was
the
my
fuck out when I
shit
saw it when I
though.
was a
That
kid.
movie was awesome. Like I don't know. Like
Fun with the mascot?
my fondness for my family memories is just like it's weird because like my cousin and I are really good friends, but yet our mom and my aunt would put us against each other. She's like, "Well, Kian got A's this year." Oh yeah, well. He got A+. I'm like, God damn it! Now I'm gonna have to get A+. Fuck.
I kind of had that, but my cousin set the bar pretty low, so it was pretty easy.
So your mom was just praising you while the other aunt's like, yeah, my son's in jail for math. Well, Eli just graduated high school.
It wasn't my aunt, it was my grandma. But
I don't know. I have too many fucking cousins for a bar to be set.
Yeah,
The bar is all over the place too.
I have a shit.
After Jordan's, the bar is pretty low.
I don't know. Have you met Colton?
Okay. Okay. I would say Jordan set the bar pretty low for your mom's side of the family.
Okay, yeah. For my mom's side of the family, the bar got dropped pretty low.
I think Tyler set the bar like right in the middle. Then Jacob set it pretty high, and then I set it right back down to the fucking middle, a little bit lower than that.
No, like I don't.
That's what pissed me off. Whenever I tried to get away with shit at my house, my mom would always know exactly what to do because she'd just be like, "Yeah, I knew you were gonna do that because Tyler. That's what Tyler would always try to do." And I'd just be like, "Son of a bitch!" And I'd call Tyler. And I was like, "You fucking ruined everything for me." She knows how to do how to catch everything.
You do.
Which that is so much reverse bullshit because my mom is the opposite. She knows what I do and she's like, "All right, Trevor, you can do whatever you want."
Yeah.
that's
right?
kind of what
I got
I
in
got.
trouble for a bunch of shit, and all my siblings came away with whatever the fuck
Yeah,
they
like
want.
my parents got worn down by my 3 other siblings, and now they're just like, I don't care.
I find it hard
If
to
you do anything terrible, just make sure we don't find out.
See, I think Jake gave them a nice buffer between when I got into like my trouble age, because he was such a little angel when we were growing up and would never do anything wrong because he was always so scared to do anything wrong. And then there's me.
And then all Gil has to worry about is not
asshole.
getting someone pregnant before they're married. So
Don't fuck up, Gil.
don't fuck up. You got this. You got this.
It's okay. Just get a Max in your life.
Hey!
If you get
whoa.
somebody pregnant, you'll take them off your
You
hands.
piece of shit!
That's my favorite story.
What?
Alright, yeah.
Oh, well,
That's
guys,
an
you-
incredibly long
Mostly-
story about my past.
Yeah,
You
most,
can- we can
mostly
go-
because it's
you
one of
can-
the stories I sort of lived with you guys. But
You
not
can go into a
I-
semi-abridged version. So Max is married to his lovely wife, and it's his son by spirit.
Not his son.
Oh,
But
He was formerly best friends with the person whose son it is.
Now if I saw him, I'd hit him with my car.
I don't know. I see Bryce. When I saw Bryce when we were younger, I would just want to hit him with just something. A stupid stick. Like he was hit with a stupid stick when he was younger.
Speaking of which, all of our friends were really stupid about how they went about watching porn. Because they always got caught.
From their parents or from
Yeah.
the, what? How do you?
Or brothers or something. Somebody would always... You didn't remember that? The fucking Drew was out in the living room. And I was like, who does it in the fucking living room,
what are you
man?
doing out there?
Like,
the
like
open.
on the TV or the computer room?
Like, in their living room. I think he was watching it on a laptop or some shit. And I was just like, why would you do it out in the living room, man?
Just in
the
the
worst
middle.
spot.
Yeah.
With everyone watching.
Yeah.
It's like, alright, no one's gonna look.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all of our friends had some terrible story about that, didn't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah.
Besides Jay.
Yeah.
No, Jay said had some other terrible stories.
Besides, like, Max, me, Josh, and Jay, they all had, like, horror stories about that shit. But we weren't fucking retarded. So.
Granted, I think that Josh jerks off to like deers getting shot, so like that's not really
He
weird
just
to
jerks
catch.
off.
I think it just
Out in the
comes
woods.
when deers get
get
shot. He loves hunting so much. I'm pretty sure watching like a video where they take down a deer, he's just like, "Oh, this is better than sex."
For Ryan, he just has to
So
watch The
much.
Matrix 5 times.
He's I don't know.
Matrix
Like,
is better than sex.
did you say nature is better than sex?
Matrix.
Matrix?
For him.
Really? Motherfucker, I'm gonna have to slap you again.
I think a lot of things are better than sex. I was asked if I got the choice between having sex for the rest of my life, or I had to choose between either being able to have cinnamon rolls for the rest of my life, or having sex for the rest of my life, and I was like, cinnamon rolls. Because I've never had a woman that can satisfy me the way a freshly baked warm cinnamon roll can.
That's a pretty good point.
Well,
You get a
I
full
mean-
stomach, you're set for the rest of the day, you're feeling good because of all that sugar.
You possibly got leftovers.
Yeah. It's the best.
Holy shit, this dog is a baller.
What?
let's
I'm
see
reading
that.
an article. Resourceful dog walks away with a bag of dog food after Hurricane Harvey.
God.
He's just this dog is just walking like a baller. He's like, "Yep, fuck all y'all."
Smartest dog I've
I got
ever
my
seen.
food.
I'm ready for this hurricane.
That's the dog that's gonna get Old Yeller. That's like the new Old Yeller in the movie. He's like, "You found him. He's got rabies. From what? Dog food he found in the hurricane."
There was a picture on NFL memes where they were showing a store that got looted down there, and the only things left were Dallas Cowboy coolers.
Nobody wants the Dallas
Nobody
Cowboys.
wants the
custom.
Dallas Cowboys.
Only clowns can attend the special screening of horror film It.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a clown exclusive. It's fucking weird.
Is this because of the whole Wonder Woman thing where they got a female exclusive?
Probably because
Probably.
of fucking.
Now
Yeah,
there's
you never
fucking
heard that?
people.
I didn't hear
I
that.
I
so-
also didn't hear that.
Alright, so they had a woman exclusive Wonder Woman screening that you paid a little bit extra for. I will let you know, you paid $2 extra for, and dudes on the internet were having a heyday about it, saying how this is so unfair. Why isn't there an only man screening? Because you guys are so fucking cheap, y'all would bitch about it.
Right? What do you mean it costs $2 for just
Plus,
men?
this is modern America. You can just be like, I identify as a woman now. I'm going to the screening.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll go to the clown screening, just dressed as I am, and say I identify as a clown. You can't stop me from going in.
I paid
Right,
for the
no.
ticket.
Wear the Joker mask that you gave me, Gil.
Well, that's my thing about that. Like, my thing about, like, anyone who's like, this is sexist. I'm like, why would you even want to, like, the only people that are bitching about this are those, like, fucking sweaty nerds in the internet. And if you saw a girl, you'd be like, oh, girl, how do I know what to do? AKA our old roommate. No eye contact when he brings a girl over, and you know it didn't end well when he, like, gets all mad after he introduces us.
Yeah.
And she's gone.
He would fucking introduce us, and she would have more enjoyment in the 30 seconds of meeting us than she did the hour that she was there prior to that.
One night we were watching wrestling, screaming at the
Oh
TV.
my god, that was funny as shit.
He's my roommates are all retarded. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you're the one that's retarded or autistic, one of the two.
And she's sitting in there going, this sounds like there's a lot more fun going on out there.
Speaking of terrible ensemble casts, he really liked Naruto, and I hate Naruto. Just absolutely hate it.
Segway!
I like the Japanese version. I do not like the U.S. version.
Why? Okay, we're gonna do this poll: Sakura, Hinata, or Ino.
Ino.
Why Ino?
She's blonde.
That's it. That's all you got. Gil, Sakura, Hinata, or Ino?
Just not Sakura.
Just not Sakura.
Just not
Do
Sakura.
you watch the anime, Zach?
Not much of it. So.
All right, I like Hinata. I like Hinata at Bay. Max is with me. Hinata's bae. She's that like awkward girl that you're just like, girl, I can be your boy.
I love me some blonde chicks.
Yeah, I know.
We're just not gonna talk about the chick from the Sand Village though. It's always wearing mesh. Giant
Sand
band.
Village?
Tamara?
Yeah.
She had the giant band.
That was
Sand person.
They have women. Anakin killed
That's
them.
not anymore. You killed them all.
You killed all the sand women?
He killed all the sand people.
No.
Yeah, it's one of the edgy things he says.
Yeah.
He's
I
like,
killed
I killed them all.
Sand, but
Even
sand
the
like,
women
Killed
and
like
children.
killed
Yeah.
like a village of them.
Yeah, he just killed a village. He didn't kill all.
See, and that's what makes Anakin kind like. That's my problem with number two with that scene. It's just kind of like.
He hates
I don't
sand,
like
so-
sand. It's coarse
I
and
don't like
rough
the
and it
sand
gets
people.
everywhere.
Did you ever rewatch that movie where he's talking about it? Padme is like, "Where's my panic button? Where's my panic button?
Help.
There's something wrong with this kid."
Life
Speaking of
alert.
that, why the fuck did Padme stick with him after that?
I killed
Because
children
George
things.
Lucas.
Because being a Jedi instantly gives you pussy.
Okay,
Apparently.
my thing about this is he is now a genocidal mass murderer. Do you
Puss.
really want to leave that?
Twice.
Twice.
Dude has tracked fucking species down. You think
And
you're gonna
murdered
get away?
them. Yeah, do you think you're gonna get away? He spent day and night finding them just to slaughter all of them.
Yeah, Brad's pretty confident he could get away.
What?
Yeah. No, but like, I know we were talking about this, but like, all I could picture for the Yoda movie is just like, I don't know why I want Yoda to look like a Rastafarian. I want Yoda to have dreads or something.
Dude, please. The first time he opens up his fucking spaceship, just a bunch of smoke rolls out.
I smoke.
Pass this joint, you will.
The tank
Blades white, his talk's all fucked up. He's burning shit.
Tank this is.
tank this joint is. Beat a trap I will play.
They have a Yoda and Nick Fury team up movie where Nick Fury has his afro, Yoda has dreads, and they're just fighting all sorts of crime.
Like Mace Windu?
Yes.
Yeah.
He still has his afro though.
Dude, I'd pay to see Mace Windu, like a young Mace Windu
Looks like he
Yoda
does in
movie.
Pulp Fiction.
Eli's looking, he's like, I like Mace Windu, and you guys are just fucking up this guy's
No,
character.
I don't give a shit. You do you.
I also
about
like
anything.
Mace Windu.
Grape lightsaber.
Mace Windu would be really good to say motherfucking everybody.
He probably would if the
Yeah, if they'd let him.
Yeah, if the movies weren't rated what they were, he probably would have said that.
Sick of these motherfucking droids in this motherfucking arena.
Can't
That's
see the
exactly what he
motherfucking
should have
future.
said.
What's the censored version, Gil?
I'm sick of all these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane.
That's a real edit?
That is the real censored version. If you watch it on TV, that is what he will say.
Yeah.
Wow, that's dope.
I
as
really
shit.
gotta see it.
That's dope as shit. My favorite thing about Samuel L. Jackson is like he watches anime and they're like, do you know what hentai means? He's like, I don't know what it means, but I've seen it.
God.
I'm like, damn, Sam.
Samuel L. Jackson watches hentai, confirmed.
Right, you watch it for the animation, so don't dog on the
It's
guy.
very beautiful animation. I love the art styles in it.
For it only being 7 minutes long, they put way too much time into it.
Nah, hentai's weird, man.
It's a 22 episode, and like they try to have a story to it. It's weird.
Yep. All leading up to one scene.
Yeah.
They have legit storylines in hentai?
Apparently,
The fuck?
like one girl kept spamming my things when I used to post a lot of anime stuff on a blog post.
Who
She's
watches porn for the storyline?
like, obviously,
That pizza guy.
you do because you miss out. You think
That's
you
not the
miss out on
storyline.
things.
It's just if something crazy happens, like I skipped forward in the video and all of a sudden she's getting fisted in her ass, I'm just like, well, when did this happen?
How did this begin?
I like
Right
the part in the
this
beginning
blur.
where they're just talking on the couch.
I like that meme.
I feel like I missed something.
She's like, my hot neighbor knows nothing about how porn works. She asked me to fix her sink, and here I am 2 hours later still fixing her fucking sink.
It's not really porn anymore, though. You don't get those kind of porn videos anymore.
Yeah, because, like, if you did, you get the guys, like, on the smart cars for Pizza Hut knocking on the door, like, hello, I hear you ordered our special $20 party box with extra sausage.
I think the film that was the most honest about porn was Don John.
Yeah.
With, oh man, what's his name?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing.
I like that movie, actually.
And because it was supposed to be true, like...
Yeah.
Like, it's supposed to be like, there's a...
The truest thing he said was when he was just like, the worst moment is what happens when you're finally ready to blow. And then it shows, like, a close-up of the dude.
Right. No, well, I was going to be all sentimental and true about it instead of not looking at the porn where it's like, we live in this weird reality where, like, guys really are centric to, this porn thing, but girls won't admit that they have that same kind of fetish, but with, like, they fetishize, like, movie romances.
Yeah, like the knight in shining armor.
Right.
I like it because it points out flaws in modern relationships and expectations.
And, like, I brought that up to numerous people. I'm like, porn stars ruin a lot of relationships, and so did Disney princes. And they're like, no, they don't. There's good guys out there. Like, you know, I'm like, yeah, but they're not going to be like, let me whisk you away, my white stallion.
Yeah, nobody can afford that shit.
Yeah.
Let
like,
me transform into a beast.
It's gonna be the black stallion.
Right. But my thing about that, like,
That's
well,
racist.
If you want, like, a movie, if you want a romance like a movie, all I have to say is, have you ever tried Kissing in the Rain? That shit sucks.
right.
Not nearly as romantic as what the movies make it look like.
That's my one favorite thing.
Use your hair in my mouth. How'd it get up my nose?
That was like my favorite thing about Spider-Man. Like, they're like, I hated that kissing scene. Water was in my nose. I was hanging upside down.
Fucking choking, trying to kiss this bitch. It's
Right.
fucking weird.
Right. But that's the thing. Like, I think modern day relationships.
Trying not to get a boner because she was nipping out hardcore.
I forgot about that until you pointed that out, and I
She was
rewatched it, and
super nipping
I'm
out.
like, good God, the nip out is real. That's the thing. Like, I think you know what, Gil, this is my love story. This is my love story to you three right here. The young and Eli, I know you still don't like girls that much. But
Where the fuck did that come from?
you're still in that phase where you're like, girls are okay.
What?
Girls have cooties.
Girls have cooties. Zach, I know that you're Asian, so like our relationship rates go down the older we get because we get uglier and uglier. It's fine, like
By the
I thought
time
you
we're
just
30,
stayed
we
with-
look like we're 90.
yeah. By the time we're
Stayed
30,
the same age for like 20 years.
that's Asian women stay pretty
Asian
until
women
50,
stay exactly the same until they hit about 50.
and then they shrivel up like a fucking prune.
Yeah. It's true.
I keep my mom shit. She's like, I'm gonna be beautiful forever. I'm like, have you seen Grandma? Wait on your 50th birthday. You're gonna wake up with the bitch stick hitting you in the face.
It's gonna knock you out of bed.
Just, oh boy, I'm 50.
Boom. Oh, well.
That would suck. I'd kill myself if I ever got ugly.
You should kill yourself now,
My
then.
looks are all I have. I'm beautiful, damn you.
In America, like you
Your
go to
outfits are good.
Yeah.
The rest of you is meh.
I was told I'm super cute today.
Was she 12?
No. God.
Was she 40 and maybe like a grandma?
She was 17, alright? Leave me alone. My coworkers are nice to me.
Nice to
You're
you.
their boss.
They have to be nice to you, because then they can text you to buy them beer.
I never did that.
I know, I'm just saying. Just you
Okay,
wait.
only with Chase, but Chase was my bro.
No. But no, like this is for you guys. If you date, don't date the girl who looks at you for who you are on the outside, because y'all are ugly as shit.
Yeah.
Make sure they look at you. They look past Eli's like rough exterior, and like make sure that bitch.
No one gets past this.
Right. Make sure.
Doesn't happen. It's really off-putting.
You know what? That's the thing. You're gonna end up with a girl that's like, I can fix it, and then she gives up and she's like, I love you anyways.
Fuck it.
Zach, you're from a
somewhere?
family of farmers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just gonna get them with your money. It's all good. Just keep
Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah!
keep doing you.
I knew selling cattle would
Right.
benefit me.
Right, Gil, just keep doing you. You're such a you're such a nice guy, Gil. Like
sounds like someone's about to break
Like,
up with him. You're
Gil-
such a nice guy,
Yeah,
but
no, like, on the real Gilly, like any girl would be lucky to have a guy who'd be like, oh, is this an eclipse? Am I going blind, or am I just looking at something as beautiful as you?
oh my god!
Because that's like a Gil joke.
I actually could not see Gil saying that.
I could totally see.
Now.
He is now. He's like,
Before that, I could not see Gil.
I should use that.
I could just see Gil putting on the glasses, looking to his right, seeing her, and then just walking away so he could see it just by himself.
Why are you standing near me?
I wanted to savor this moment
We're supposed
alone.
to be watching the eclipse. Get your hands out of there.
Gil, for real. What do you look for in a girl?
Female.
Close enough. All
I
right.
like that. So girls, if you're a female,
Has a pulse?
Gilberto is alive, right? You like them alive?
God, we hope so.
Because if not, we're gonna have a
I
talk.
know Buffalo Bill.
They were still alive, and then he
He puts the lotion on
you're
the
looking
skin.
for real. You keeping on staying in the same stream? Are you able
Okay,
to,
what the hell is wrong with
you
your
able to go on the same stream, or
Are you
playing incest?
No.
Are you having a stroke right now?
No. Like, do you have to stay being like Pitbull? Do you have to be like El Caliente, or can you go Mr. Worldwide like Pitbull, like anybody?
Oh God.
What are these analogies?
I think he had a stroke.
Yeah, I think I'm
Yeah, no shit. God.
You like him brown, you like him crispy, like
my
I'm not baked.
What I'm looking for is Deadpool and Cable. That
What?
sounds like a fun team up.
He's looking for Deadpool and Cable.
Deadpool and Cable.
Best team up.
Okay.
So you're looking for a girl who likes Deadpool and Cable. So ladies, if you like Deadpool and Cable, let them know.
I was just talking about that movie.
Yeah, Gil has no interest in any of you women listening.
Yeah.
None
Even if you
whatsoever.
show up at his front door, he's be like, nah, you're probably
Lives
Jehovah's
in the Mars,
Witness or something.
ladies.
Did you bring Deadpool? Then get the fuck off my sidewalk.
Like there's like eligible bachelorettes knocking on the door. Brady opens it. He's like,
No.
Gil.
Gil, who the fuck are these people bringing you the Deadpool DVD? I have it on Blu-ray. What the fuck?
Gil walks out and goes, but I have the director's cut on Blu-ray. What is this bullshit?
Trying to
It's like the TV edit of Deadpool. They put it on their DVR, so they're bringing their TiVo with them.
What the hell is wrong with y'all?
Oh man, there's TiVo. That's
Yeah.
a winner. You
I
don't
got
afford
it on
anything.
4K. I got it on Laserdisc. It's not even a viable format anymore.
Oh my god.
Dude, Laserdiscs were so fucking huge too. That was the thing. Like, you were basically buying
I'm sorry,
records.
Gil.
That was like insane. Yeah, Gil, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry,
I'm
Gil.
not.
I'm not sorry, Gil.
I know you're not.
Fuck you, Gil.
You could kill me on the car ride home.
Max is
so.
enjoying
I'm
this.
not sorry for the
Good
truth I
if you
say.
weren't married.
Oh. And he's back at it again.
His sister's married, dude. Do you give her this much shit?
No.
He gives Travis this much shit.
Basically.
Alright, so I'm just saying, I thought you were just dogging on Max because it was Max. If you give all married dudes shit, I can't really, like,
No,
hate
it's just
you.
Max.
Like, Max.
I dog on Max because it's Max, but that's just me.
We dated for too long for me to give a shit what you say.
That's all
I can't.
Yeah.
But that's all I have on Max besides playing egregious amounts of video games. But like everyone else does, so I can't really be like. Ha, 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 ha.
This is the guy that spams Green Arrow.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't play video games. Obviously, I'm not part of them Game Boys.
Yeah, you still join in.
Yeah, because there's like some things that interest me here and there.
And it's just a gay old time.
Gay.
Gay old time.
Y'all motherfuckers.
Right
I'm
up your alley,
resigning.
man.
So that's been the Team Up Tangent episode. Have a good night, guys.
You might want to label it that.